Yo, what is good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned with yet another Kaiju number 8 video. And guys, today we actually are not talking about the Steam version release. It just feels so good to have something that I can physically look at and know that we have the Steam version coming. But actually, you already saw the thumbnail of the video. Today, we're going to be talking about all of the ways they can be improving the raid battle system whenever it does finally come back, because as far as we know, the next raid battle is coming in late September, but the let's see, the Steam version releases on October 1st. The Sagan banner leaves on October 1st. The Reno banner will have been gone well before that. So I think that October 1st might be a big update. And I guess we could talk more about what we think we'll see on the October update in other videos if you guys want the Dead Man to speculate on such things. But yeah, I can make a video talking exactly on what October 1st could look like for us. But realistically, I just want to talk about, again, all the ways that we can make the Kaiju or the raid shop better. Because the first raid that we had just felt really not bad, but it was just super easy. And as you do it, not even as you do it, as more people do it and as more people participate in the raid, the easier the raid becomes. So eventually we were just beating the raid faster and faster, and the rewards came faster, and the faster the rewards came, the more that we realized the rewards really weren't that crazy. But if you guys do enjoy videos like this, you can go down below, you can leave a like on the video, and you can also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every single time the Dead Man leaves fucking work and comes home on his lunch break and makes a video and gives y'all some information before I go back to work. And you guys can also comment down below and let me know what you want to know. But without further ado, we're going to crack right into my ideas for how to make raid battle better. Now, unfortunately, guys, we don't have anything in the game as of right now to talk about. Should I full screen this so it doesn't look like it doesn't matter, you can still see me. But it doesn't help that we don't have a raid battle in the game right now, so we can't really look at any of the rewards or anything like that for this game mode. But basically, the show detail button only shows you, what plating you need to break the Kaiju. I think it shows you the Kaiju's health in the mission, but realistically, what kind of sucked was the fact that they didn't add on any extra plating types to the Kaiju, which I understand it was the first month of the game and you wanted to make this game mode very accessible to all the players. But I mean, like, hey, maybe you could have put like shooter, slasher, or something like that on the actual requirements for what we needed to break the Kaiju. That would have made team building feel a little bit more fun for making the raid battle team. And I feel like a lot of people would have definitely tried to do more content for this. But when the damage type that you need to break the enemy is literally just physical damage in general, like nothing that doesn't spawn any cool, interesting team ideas. One thing that I really did have to give props to the new limited battle area for is the fact that if you get into those later missions for the new battle area, you see some missions that are like, oh, okay, for this specific room you need, or for this specific phase or stage, what would you even call it, because it's two different teams that you're using for different waves of, who cares. This room requires you to use a team that has somebody with ice and somebody with fire and somebody with blunt, whereas this team up top requires you to use a slasher and a shooter, right? When all of the stuff is laid out very specifically like that, that's when team building gets a little bit more fun, because now I'm over here like, okay, do I have any units that I can mix these two things on? No, let me move on to the next set of units. Let me move on to, it just makes team building a little bit more interesting. But when it says that everybody just needs to be a physical type attacker, you can pretty much put anybody on the team, because everybody in the team has capability to do physical damage. Almost everybody in the game at base level is a shooter, and even if they are not a shooter, they are probably a blunt or a slash specialist, and even if they have an element, they still have a physical plating type on them. So definitely adding more plating types would have been interesting for this raid battle. And funny enough, people were actually doing guides on the raid battle from a prior preview of raid battles that we had way before. I think in the preview of raid battle actually had all the different elements and everything on the Kaiju, but then when we get to the game, didn't really have all the elements or anything like that. So we know that they are definitely planning on implementing that in the future, but as of right now, it is not really looking too impressive. Next thing that we can take a look at and notice here is that obviously we have raid battle missions. In this video, I go into the raid battle missions. You can see the video is sectioned off because the Dead Man makes excellent content, but the video is portioned off and everything so I can see all the rewards. But next you can see right here the current support effects. So every time you win, you are allowed to choose one of these support effects to be buffed up to the next level, and that helps all the players who are playing the game worldwide, which is not a bad system inherently. apparently. Actually, that's a pretty good system. The only problem is the Kaiju, the event that you gave us, was just far too weak to sustain all of the damage it was taking from all of this. I mean, look at some of the buffs that we're getting, bro. Level 251,454 core exposed damage. Do y'all realize that core exposed damage is literally when the Kaiju is already taking amplified damage because they have no extra barrier to, that's like breaking an enemy, pretty much. In JJK Phantom Parade, those of you who followed me from JJK Phantom Parade and are disappointed that I quit, literally, when you break a unit and they're in the break state, they take more damage. Same premise. So you're telling me that whenever core exposed is the state that the Kaiju is in, they're taking extra damage, even more so on top of the extra damage that they will already take, along with the fact that this is leveled up to 251,000. Yeah, the Kaiju was just taking a lot of extra damage, and it just wasn't really working out for the reward system, because literally, once you get the core exposed to a certain level, I feel like the other stuff doesn't even really matter anymore. I feel like more so, it's just like, all right, bro, count down to this being done. This finished in 3 days. We finished this in 3 days as a community, which GG to us for going that hard on a game that apparently has shitty rates. Don't have shitty rates to me, not for me, but for everybody else. They've been saying they have shitty rates and stuff like that. Everybody's not the dead man, I get it. But yeah, core exposed, and then single target attack, and then crit. So this one doesn't say crit rate or crit damage, so I'm left to believe that this increases your crit rate and crit damage. So if these were all the buffs that we were permitted to do, you know, on the way into the mission, then yeah, I don't know that the Kaiju would be lasting that long, unless you give the Kaiju extra mechanics. How crazy would the core exposed have been if the Kaiju needed 4 different types of things to break it? All of a sudden, the Kaiju's not always in a core exposed state as easily. But with this, you could literally hop in an auto battle and get the Kaiju in a core exposed state, right? So it's just like making this a little bit more interesting would have made this not as effective, because we still would have had to build certain characters, and that would have limited the game mode a little bit, I guess. But that is difficulty in a gacha game. Team building is difficulty. You know, having to get through plating, difficulty. That's how it works in gacha games, man. But yeah, I don't hate the fact that they gave us a constant buff every single time we won. I just think that maybe they either need to nerf this buff so that we still have a Kaiju to whittle away at over the actual amount of time the Kaiju event is supposed to be here, or they just need to make the fight a little bit more interesting, a little more intricate to kind of circumvent this system right here. And then also, guys, you can see up here, this right here says 3 out of 3. So there are 3 charges that you can do a day to get the, there's 3 charges you can do for free a day, I'm sorry. The rest of the charges that you do for the rest of the day are stamina charges, but this was during a state of the game, I think, where stamina was just too what is the word I'm looking for? Too scarce of a resource, which, not to say that it's not any better now, but when you're an early level in the game and every single level does not guarantee you an AP pack, then it is a bit more scarce at that period, right? So I wasn't really too keen on using my stamina to go into the stage, but you can certainly use your stamina to go into the stage after you deploy the tickets. Now, because I did not use my stamina to go into the stage afterwards, my curiosity is the fact, if I go in with stamina versus the deploy tickets, do I still get the reward run? I know you get the run for like the missions, because there's achievements for like do raid battle this number of times or whatever. And by the way, chat, if you want to work on some achievements, you want to grind some achievements, then definitely grind raid battle when it comes back, because there's an achievement for doing raid battle up to 500 times, I believe. So if you got stamina to waste, which even I don't have the stamina to waste, so I don't think you have the stamina to waste. But if you have the stamina to waste, go for it. Or if you think you have the stamina to waste, go for it. If you feel like you can't farm anything else, go for it. The achievements will help out later on. And by the way, guys, do you want the dead man to hit some achievement hunter videos? So I used to do this thing called title hunter in JJK, because doing achievements will lead to certain titles being unlocked, but realistically, it was more of it kind of turned into the account showcase kind of like series, right? But with this game, I could go over some of the achievements. I used to go over achievements in Black Clover Mobile, so I mean, it wouldn't hurt to do it in this game, and I'm pretty good through the achievements right now, actually. So just let me know if you want to see that down below, guys. But I think we're good talking about everything on this screen here. Now let's get to the most tantalizing part everybody cares about, the rewards. So you can see here the rewards are gonna, let's bring it back a little bit. Because you can see the first reward is when you get 100 points, you get a summon ticket, and that is the game ticket, not a pickup ticket. So at 1,000 points right here, we see an AP pack. Now, one thing I don't like about this system right here is there's no way they're just giving you one AP pack. There's no way they're giving you one credit. There's no way they're giving you one training manual, right? So I do definitely wish that they would actually put the value of what you're getting from the reward node in this reward lineup right here, right? Because when you click on it, I'm pretty sure all it shows you is the general description for the item. Okay, cool. So I just ran it back so you can see here, 100 gets a ticket. What did the rewards go all the way up to though? Let's backtrack that a tiny bit. Was that the rewards at the highest? I believe that was. That wasn't the rewards at the highest. It goes beyond that. But you guys can see that there's co-op damage missions, there's daily missions, there's limited time missions. I don't think that there was a problem with the mission part of this, right? And I don't even think there was a problem with the way that they were giving the rewards out for getting the points. Where the problem lied was the boss was so easy and so fast to defeat that we got through this really quickly. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit, see if I can't find the final reward in this. So guys, I jumped ahead in the video a little bit. The farthest that I'm seeing the points go to is 9,000. And here's another way that we can improve this game mode and improve every game mode in the game. For some reason, after they give you a lineup of super incredible rewards, for some reason, they just like crap out at the end of the rewards. They're just like, all right, bro, we don't know what else to give you. And they just give you credits. I think that's probably the most useless thing, to give us a bunch of rewards that we cannot farm directly, and then at the end of that be like, all right guys, since you worked hard to get all these rewards, let's give you something that you can literally go farm right now. That's so stupid, right? Like, that just feels dumb, right? We got through the entire Defense Force pass, and you get to level 50 of the Defense Force pass, and from 50 to 70, it's just all credits. But it's just like, why even give us up to 70 if it was just going to be a resource that we can farm? Like, oh, yay, you don't have to go farm it, saved you some stamina. No, go fix your stamina system so that we have the sufficient amount of stamina, and then also give better rewards too. It just makes sense. It literally, they knew that people were going to look at this stuff and be like, what the hell is this? They had to have known that people were going to do that. But the guys, like I said, the missions themselves, I didn't hate. The missions are perfectly fine. I would like to see this reward line boosted up to beyond 9,000, and I would also like to see that, like, go to even if you're only going to go a tiny bit more, go to 15,000. Go to honestly, I say 20,000. Give us double up on the rewards here. Go to 20,000, and then also stop giving us credits at the end of a line of stuff that we work hard to get to. I don't work hard to get to the end of this to get a currency that I can farm faster than they're giving it to me from this. I don't farm for that. I farm to get rare materials. I farm to get rare goods and acquire characters later on. So just baffling to me that they think that people are happy about seeing credits at the end of their reward. Like, bro, look at what I'm coming off the tails of. You're giving me the highest rarity Kaiju Might material. You're giving me a non-standard banner ticket. You're giving me a pickup ticket, and then you're giving me gems. Don't finish weak as shit and say, we gave you all this, let's give you some credits. No, finish strong and make sure the rest of the rewards are worth it. I'm fighting tooth and nail in a gacha game, as tooth and nail as it can be in a gacha game. I'm fighting tooth and nail to get to the highest rank, highest level, and get these rewards. I'm not trying to get to a certain point in my rewards, and then my rewards don't even plateau, but just plummet down back to the ground. That just doesn't make any sense. But as you guys can see here, co-op damage missions, daily missions, limited time missions, these parts right here do not need to be changed. I don't think so. I mean, they can add more missions, obviously. If they're going to add more points to this, then they would have to add more missions. But the real thing that I want to see changed is, after we farm all of these milestone rewards, why do we not have a reward shop? Whoa, Deadman, did you just make a monumental, like, mind-shattering idea? Yeah, I have them all the time. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, why do we not have a shop for excess resources that we can farm for this? Imagine if everybody defeated Kaiju number 1 in 3 days, but nobody gave a shit that the game mode was easy because they were able to consistently farm for the next week or two. They were able to consistently farm a shop currency, which would allow them to go into a raid battle shop and, I don't know, pick up something like, oh, extra gacha tickets. Oh, extra diamond. Oh, AP packs. Like, bro, fuck the extra gacha tickets. Fuck the diamonds. AP pack, bro, if you made a shop and the shop just had AP packs in it from this game mode, and people could just buy a shitload of AP packs, people would still complain, obviously, because they say, why did you make a shop and not put everything in it? But that is besides the point. People would literally rejoice if you just did that for AP packs. But it's just like, y'all are skimpy in a lot of different areas, and the areas where y'all can make up for it, y'all don't really try to make up for it. So definitely those are the fixes for raid battle, in my opinion. Give us a raid battle shop so that we can keep farming, so that it matters that we are farming the raid boss after the fact. If you're gonna make the raid boss super easy to kill, all right, cool. Give us something to keep farming him after we've killed him, since he's so easy to kill, since it felt so like effortless to do this, and since I've already cleared out all your milestone rewards. Give me a shop. Give me more missions that are gonna give me more points. I don't even know if I want to say give me more points faster. I don't care about how fast the points come, but like, give me more missions. Give me a shop. Give me more charges a day. Like, bro, why do y'all act like, Akatsuki, why are y'all acting like we have a million things to do in the game right now? We don't. Y'all limiting us to 3 runs a day without using stamina is crazy, when y'all are holding us at gunpoint and asking us to give you back the stamina that we're trying to earn right now. It's insane. It just doesn't make any sense. So I say give us like 5 charges a day on this mission, 5 or 6 charges or something like that a day with the tickets, and then at that point, if I want to use my stamina, I am comfortable to use my stamina. But just giving us 3 runs a day don't really do shit. Do we need to go back and touch on the point again that identified kaiju neutralization attempts literally are only able to be done 3 times a freaking week, and you need those to level up your character skills to level 10? Basic character growth time gated to 1 or 3 times a week? Makes no sense. It makes no sense. But this is not a crash out Deadman video. This is a how can we make raid battle better video. And guys, I think that I've kind of listed out all my points for how to make raid battle better. Make the fight a little bit more interesting. Make the fight a little bit more intricate. Make us, have to get crazy with the team building. Make the buffs not as strong, or again, make the fight a little bit stronger so that the buffs can be as strong that we're getting every time we win. Give us a raid battle shop after raid battle is done. It's just obvious stuff. It just makes sense. If you give us a game mode that does not have farmability, does not have replayability, what makes a game mode more replayable than giving us a shop to farm stuff from? You know how many times I've played a game mode in Grand Cross or in BCM or in JJK, even though I'm already done with the game mode, and I'm like, yo, I'm over this shit. I don't even want to do this shit anymore. But I'm like, I know there's good rewards in the shop, so I'm gonna keep doing this shit. Do you understand, Akatsuki? Akatsuki, are you knock? Are you listening, Akatsuki? Do you understand that if you give people incentivizations to play your game, they play your game more? Oh my fucking goodness! Wow, chat. I'm glad we could crack that mystery, because apparently that was a mystery. But I'm glad we could crack that case. But this case is closed. And you guys hopefully enjoyed the video. I know you enjoyed the video. The Deadman's here giving his all, giving you more strats, giving you more stats. But again, we do need to see an improvement on raid battle, and we should be seeing raid battle late September. And like I said, I think that late for a month is probably the last 10 days of the month, the last third of the month. And yeah, it's the 18th right now when I'm recording this video, so you guys will probably see this video on the 19th, I believe, which means that we would be 2 days away from being in that 10 days of the, last little stretch of September. So also, what is today? Today is Thursday, the 19th is Friday, the 20th is Saturday, the 21st is Sunday. So on Sunday, when all the weekly stuff resets, we could possibly see that new raid battle, guys. So don't be surprised if that raid battle comes on Sunday, or honestly, if it comes after Sunday. I mean, I think after Sunday, I think once Sunday hits, I'm not saying that they're gonna drop it on that day. I think once Sunday hits, we are pretty much in range for getting a new raid battle. But hopefully the raid battle is exceptional, it's excellent. And guys, like this video, seriously, like put this video up in a place where everybody at Akatsuki can watch this shit, so that they know, yo, maybe we should follow this guy's idea. Maybe if we have a game mode that can be beaten in 3 days to give it more replayability, we should give it a shot. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. But if you guys did enjoy the video, you can go down below and leave a like on the video. You can also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every single time the Deadman hits the Kaiju #1 raid battle suck dick and balls glide. And also, you guys can comment down below and let me know what you want to know. But if you guys did enjoy the video, then you guys enjoyed the video, and that's all I could really ask for. The Deadman loves y'all. Peace out.